aching ankles ascending. My ankles ache from climbing mountains I was never meant to scale alone. But I'm discovering that upward motion doesn't mean I'm on my own. There's a paradox in rising while my body screams to rest. These aching ankles ascending prove I'm doing what is best for my soul, even when my flesh is begging me to quit. I'm learning that ascension doesn't mean that nothing's gonna hurt a bit. The pain is not the enemy, it's proof I'm going higher still. These aching ankles ascending, bend to your perfect will. Aching ankles ascending, climbing toward the peak. Every painful step makes my surrender complete. I'm rising while I'm hurting, both are true at once. Aching ankles ascending, this is my response to your call to come up higher. I'm climbing anyway. Aching ankles ascending, trusting day by day. There's theology in climbing that the comfortable won't know. The doctrine written in the joints of those who choose to go up mountains deep and treacherous when staying down feels safe. These aching ankles ascending demonstrate my faith. I'm not waiting till I'm painless to obey your upward call, finding that the ache itself becomes a grace that helps me not to fall. By keeping me dependent, keeping me aware, these aching ankles ascending prove you're meeting me up there. Climbing toward the peak, every painful step makes my surrender complete. I'm rising while I'm hurting, both are true at once. Aching ankles ascending, this is my response to your call to come up higher. I'm climbing anyway. Aching ankles ascending, trusting day by day. Upward through the pain, every step is gain. Aching, but I'm rising. Altitude is surprising. Yeah, my ankles hurt, but I'm ascending. Your grace is never ending. Pain and progress together, climbing higher to forever. Aching ankles ascending, every painful step makes my surrender complete. Both are true. Ankles ascending, this is my response to your call to come higher. I'm climbing anyway. Aching ankles ascending, trusting day by day. Trusting day by day. Trusting day by day. Trusting day by day. I'm still climbing, ankles ache, but the summit is at stake. Aching ankles got me higher. Walking unprotected, barefoot believer, yeah. I took my shoes off at the door of my theology, left behind the armor I was wearing religiously. There's a vulnerability in walking skin to ground. A barefoot believer feels every sacred sound. I used to think that faith required polish and inviting me to walk in raw connection. No barriers between my soul and holy dirt. A barefoot believer, feeling every stone, walking unprotected, but I'm not alone. Every step is tender, every path is real. Barefoot believer, learning how to feel. The ground is holy when I walk this way. Barefoot believer, trusting come what may. Barefoot believer, I'm touching earth like Moses at the burning bush. Discovered that sacred isn't sterile, it's the place where ground is uncovered. The calluses I'm building are the proof that I've been here. A barefoot believer isn't driven out by fear of getting hurt or dirty or exposed to what is true. I'm walking undefended straight into the heart of you. There's intimacy in being unshod and unashamed. The barefoot believer walks through fire and through rain. Barefoot believer, feeling every storm, walking unprotected, but I'm not alone. Every step is tender, every path is real. Barefoot believer, learning how to feel. The ground is holy when I walk this way. Barefoot believer, trusting come what believer. Ooh, I'm feeling everything. I'm protected, but I'm free. Ooh, the ground beneath my feet is holy, holy. Speak to me, yeah. Barefoot and believing, no walls. Every texture, every fall. Skin to soil, soul to soul, so healing. Walking barefoot makes me whole. Barefoot believer, feeling every stone, walking unprotected, but I'm not alone. Every step is tender, every path is real. Barefoot believer, learning how to feel. The ground is holy when I walk this way. Barefoot believer, trust is even. Barefoot believer, I'm walking barefoot, barefoot believer. Vulnerable but anchored somehow. Barefoot believer, barefoot believer.
Earned through friction, blisters and belief, yeah. My feet are covered in the blisters from the walking that I've done, but every bubble underneath the skin says I haven't quit or run. There's a testimony written in the places where it hurts. These blisters and belief are partners in the work. I used to think that faith should feel like comfort all the way, but now I know that sometimes trust creates the friction that will stay. As evidence I'm moving forward even when it's hard. These blisters and belief both leave their mark. Blisters and belief, walking hand in hand. Every painful step across this promised land. The friction doesn't mean I'm doing something wrong. Blisters and belief both make me strong. Pain and faith on opposites, they're proof I'm on the way. blister forms from repetition, from the faithful showing up, from walking miles and miles with nothing but an empty cup to fill with hope and hold with hands that ache from holding on. These blisters and belief have carried me along. I'm not ashamed of where it hurts or places worn from use. The blisters are the evidence I didn't call a truce with giving up or turning back when comfort called my name. These blisters and belief both stake their claim. Blisters and belief, walking hand in hand, in every painful step across this promised land. Friction doesn't mean I'm doing something wrong. Blisters and belief both make me strong. Pain and faith on opposites, they're proof I'm on the way. Blisters and belief, I'm trusting anyway. Ooh, every blister tells a story of the journey toward your glory. Ooh, friction makes the parallel, pain transforms my world. I walk these miles through tears and trials. Blistered but believing, never once was I leaving. Blisters and belief, walking hand in hand, in every painful step across this promised land. Blisters and belief, and I'm doing something wrong. Blisters and belief both make me strong. Pain and faith on opposites, they're proof I'm on the way. Blisters and belief, trusting anyway, trusting anyway, trusting anyway, trusting anyway. Trusting anyway. Trusting anyway. Blisters prove I've been walking. Belief proves I keep talking to you. Blisters and belief, together they heal.
Still standing, Bruce Hill, hallelujah. Yeah, my heel is purple blue from stepping where it hurt, but somehow in the bruising I discovered sacred dirt. There's a hallelujah rising from the pain beneath my soul, a bruised heel hallelujah that is making me more whole. I'm praising through the limping, singing through the ache, finding that the injury didn't cause my faith to break. Instead it deepened worship, gave me skin in this game. This bruised heel hallelujah knows the Father's name. Bruised heel hallelujah, praise from wounded feet. Every painful step becomes a song complete. I'm not waiting to be healed to lift my voice. Bruised heal, hallelujah. Pain becomes my choice to worship anyway, despite you. Bruised There's theology in bruising that the comfortable won't know, a depth of adoration that only injured feet can show. I'm walking wounded into worship, limping to the throne. This bruised heel, hallelujah, is the truest I have known. You're not acquiring wholeness as admission to your grace, just the honest broken entrance of the ones who know their place is at your feet. Despite the pain, or maybe because of it, this bruised heel, hallelujah, is my most authentic gift. But holy, bruised but never lowly. Yeah, every step costs something, but my praise will keep coming. Bruised but blessing, hallelujah. Through the pressing, bruised heel, hallelujah. Praise from wounded feet. Hallelujah, pain becomes my choice to worship anyway. My praise rise. I'll praise you with bruised heels, walking wounded. This is real. Welcome to praise. Built by friction, calluses of home. Yeah. I've been gripping on the promises so long, my hands have changed. What was tender skin is tougher now, the texture rearranged. These calluses of hope are proof I haven't let it go. Every friction with the waiting made my holding stronger though. I used to think that softness was the only way to trust, but you're teaching me that roughness comes from faithful holding up the weight of what I'm waiting for without releasing grip. These calluses of hope are on a journey, not a trip. Calluses of hope, built by holding on. Every rough spot tells me I've been strong. When the waiting rubs me raw, I don't let go. Calluses of hope continue to grow, toughened by the journey, tender at the core. Calluses of hope, I'm holding on for more. comes from repetition, from gripping onto faith despite the friction and attrition. These calluses of hope are earned, not given overnight. Every blister that is hardened is a badge of faithful fight. I'm not ashamed of roughness or the places I've worn thick, from holding on to things unseen when easy was to quit. The calluses tell stories of the miles I've walked in trust. These calluses of hope are formed from ashes into dust. Calluses of hope built by holding on. Every rough spot tells me I've been strong. When the weight rubs me raw, I don't let go. Calluses of hope continue to grow, toughened by the journey, tender at the core. Calluses of hope, I'm holding on for more. I've been working at believing. Every callus is achieving. Rougher hands, but stronger grip. These calluses won't let me slip. Yeah, I'm not smooth, but I'm still here, built by friction through every year. Hope is toughened, what was tender. Callous hands won't surrender. Yeah, calluses of hope built by holding on. Every rough spot tells me I've been strong. I don't let go. Calluses of hope continue to grow, tender at the core. Calluses of hope, holding on, I'm holding on. These hands won't quit. My hands are rough, but still they hold it. Calluses of hope, stories told, built by waiting, strong and true. Covered in the past, dirty feet doxology. My feet are dirty from the walking, from the miles I've traveled through. But I'm singing praises soil beneath my toes that testifies it's true. That I've been places, I've been moving, I've been faithful to the call. This dirty feet doxology is the realest praise of all. I'm not waiting till I'm cleaned up to approach the throne of grace, finding that the dirt upon my feet is proof I've run the race. You don't need me sanitized to receive my song of praise. This dirty feet doxology proclaims your name always. Dirty feet doxology, praise from where I've been. Every speck of soil tells a story of the wind that carried me through valleys, over mountains, through the dust. Dirty feet doxology, praising 'cause I must, not despite the dirt, but because of what it means. Hey, so dirty feet doxology, holiest I've been. There's authenticity in dirt that cleanliness can't claim, a testimony in the soil that's written on my frame. I'm bringing all my journey dust into your presence here. This dirty feet doxology has nothing left to fear, like the woman with the oil who washed your feet with tears and hair. I'm coming as I am with evidence, I've traveled everywhere. You called me and I answered, and my feet show where I've been. This dirty feet doxology invites you
to come in.
Dirty feet, doxology, praise from where I've been. Every speck of soil tells a story of the wind that carried me through valleys, over mountains, through the dust. Dirty feet, doxology, praising 'cause I must, not despite the dirt, but because of what it means. Dirty feet, doxology, holiest I've been. Wash before I worship. My dirty feet are on purpose. Ooh, the soil is sacred. Journey dust is not wasted. Yeah, every grain tells you where I've been and what I've been through. Dirty but devoted. My doxology is noted in the dust. Dirty feet, doxology, praise from where I've been. Ooh, every speck of soil tells a story of the wind that carried me through valleys, over mountains, through the dust. Dirty feet, doxology, praising 'cause I must, not despite the dirt, but because of what it means. Dirty feet, doxology, holiest I've been. I'll come with dirty feet to worship you. Journey soil and praise so true. Dirty feet, doxology, my offering. From the collapse, falling arches rising, yeah. My arches fell from carrying the weight that wasn't mine, but something in the falling taught me how to realign with your design for bearing burdens meant for two. These fallen arches rise and learn to walk with you. I used to think my structure had to hold up everything, but now I know that fallen arches were the very thing that taught me dependence, taught me how to lean. These fallen arches rise in what you redeem. Fallen arches rising, rebuilt by your hand. What collapsed under pressure now helps me understand that weakness isn't failure, is a place you start. Fallen arches rising, reconstructed heart. From the breaking came the making of a stronger stride. Fallen arches rising, walking by your side. There's resurrection in the fallen, in the structure giving way, a glory in the rebuilding that takes place day by day. These fallen arches rising aren't the same as they began. They're reinforced by grace, supported by your plan. I'm walking with a different gait, one that knows its need for constant intervention and for daily help to proceed. The arches may have fallen, but they're rising stronger now. These fallen arches rising, know to lean in high. Fallen arches rising, rebuilt by your hand. What collapsed under pressure the place you start. Fallen arches, rising, reconstructed heart. From the breaking came the making of a stronger stride. Fallen arches, rising, walking by your side. From collapse to reconstruction, arches falling led to resurrection. What fell is rising stronger. Under pressure, no longer alone. Yeah, I collapse under weight, but you're rebuilding my gate. Fallen arches, now supported, rising up, imported strength from you. Fallen arches rising, rebuilt by your hand. What collapsed under pressure now helps me understand. This isn't failure, it's the place you start. Fallen arches rising, reconstructed heart. From the breaking came the making of a stronger stride. Fallen arches rising, walking by your side, walking by your side. Arches falling, the direction in. Rebuild fast, stop again. Stronger, loving arches rising, be stronger under.
Rough by the head, gravel road trade. I'm walking down a gravel road that's jagged, loose and worn. Every step reminds me I'm not traveling on what's paved and worn. But there's a grace specific to the rougher roads I take. This gravel road grace catches me before I breathe. The stones beneath my feet are teaching me to walk with care, to pay attention to each footfall and to trust you're meeting me there. On the unpaved paths that others might avoid or never choose, this gravel road grace has nothing left to lose. Gravel road grace, walking rough terrain, finding you in places smooth paths can't explain. Every stone beneath my feet, every uneven way. Gravel road grace, guiding me today. The road less paved is where I've learned to trust. Gravel road grace, rising from the dust. There's beauty in the gravel that the pavement doesn't show, a texture and a realness that only rougher roads can know. I'm grateful for the difficulty, for the way it slows me down. This gravel road grace is holy ground. I used to pray for smoother paths, for easier terrain, but now I see the gravel is where character is gained. Through careful navigation and dependence on your hand, this gravel road grace helps me understand. Oh, gravel road grace, walking rough terrain, finding you in places smooth paths can't explain. Every stone beneath my feet, every uneven way. makes faith complete. Ooh, rough roads lead to glory. Gravel grace tells my story. Yeah. The unpaid way taught me more than smooth roads ever did before. Grace in gravel, grace in dust. Rough terrain builds my trust. Gravel road won't focus with terrain. Refining you in places smooth past can't explain. Every stone beneath my feet, every uneven way. Gravel road grace guiding me today. The road less paved is where I've learned to trust. Gravel road grace rising from the dust. I'll take the gravel over easy where grace meets. The road is not so breezy. Gravel road grace, my chosen way.
Where I've been bound, kneecaps know the story, yeah. My kneecaps have been witness to the nights I couldn't stand, when gravity pulled me downward and I landed in your hands. They know the floors I prayed on, every carpet, wood and stone. My kneecaps know the story of the times I've been undone. There's history in the bending, in the posture of the poor. My knees have hit more surfaces than pride could keep a score. They bear the weight of worship when my legs could bear no more. My kneecaps know the story, they've been keeping it before. Kneecaps know the story of every time I fell, every desperate prayer, every crying out for help. They've touched 1,000 floors in surrender and in pain. Kneecaps know the story, they remember every name of the battles fought on bended knee. Kneecaps know the story, nobody else can see. There's theology in kneeling that the proud will never learn, a doctrine written in the joints of those who wait and yearn. My kneecaps are historians of moments no one saw, when I was too weak to stand but still showed up to draw near to you in postures that humility requires. My knees have been in bedrooms, bathroom tiles, and beside fires. They've carried me through seasons when surrender was survival. My kneecaps know the story of every prayer revival. Kneecaps know the story of every time I fell, every desperate prayer, every crying out for help. They've touched 1,000 floors in surrender and in pain. Kneecaps know the story, they remember every name of the battles fought on bended knee. Kneecaps know the story, nobody else can see. Ooh, my knees remember what my mind forgets. Every floor where desperation met, who posture of the broken. My kneecaps hold what's spoken, yeah. They've been to the altar through every doubt and falter. Bent but never broken, sex unbroken. Kneecaps hold what's unspoken. Kneecaps know the story of every time I fell, every desperate prayer, every crying out for help. They've touched 1,000 floors in surrender and in pain. Kneecaps know the story, they remember every name of the battles fought on bended knee. Kneecaps know the story nobody else can see. Nobody else can see but you. My knees will tell the tale of surrender that prevails. Every flaw, every hell. Almost there, limping toward home. Yeah. I'm limping toward home with an injury that won't quite heal, but something in this journey back has made the longing real for the place where I am welcome, not despite my wounded gait, but because of it, where home means I don't have to walk straight. I'm not running like I left, I'm returning like I learned that home receives the limping ones, the ones who have been burned by trying to do everything alone and far away. I'm limping toward home, and that's okay. Limping toward home, uneven stride. Every painful step is filled with wounded pride. I'm coming back different than I left before. Limping toward home, toward an open door that doesn't need me perfect, just arriving true. Limping toward home, I'm coming back to you. Like the prodigal returning from the country far away, I'm bringing back my limp as proof of everywhere I've strayed. But I'm learning that the Father doesn't wait for me healed whole. He runs to meet the limping ones who finally lost control of trying to be worthy through their own perfected way. I'm limping toward home where love receives me as I sway through my unsteady entrance, through my awkward wounded walk. Home is where the limping finally stops the lonely talk. Limping toward home, uneven stride. Every painful step is filled with wounded pride. I'm coming back different than I left before. Limping toward home, toward an open door that doesn't need me perfect, just arriving true. Limping toward home, I'm coming back to you. I see you running toward me while I'm limping. You're not ignoring me. Ooh, home receives the wounded one. just arriving true. Living towards home, I'm coming back to you. Limping but arriving. I made it home with my limp, and you received every uneven glimpse of me. And it's what I can rest.
Walking and talking. Pavement prayer.
I'm praying on the pavement as I walk these city streets, finding that the concrete underneath my moving feet becomes an altar when I'm talking to you in the noise. These pavement prayers are lifted with an honest, humble voice. I used to think that prayer required silence and a room, but now I know the sidewalk is a sanctuary too, where every step becomes a word when movement turns to praise. These pavement prayers accompany my everyday maze. Pavement prayers, walking while I worship. Every footstep echoes what I'm certain of, that you hear among the concrete in the cars. Pavement prayers beneath the city stars. Holy ground is anywhere I bring your name. Pavement prayers, urban face refrain. There's theology in walking while I'm whispering your way, a practice of the presence in the middle of the day. These pavement prayers don't wait for perfect circumstances still. They're offered in the traffic, in the chaos, in the thrill of knowing you're not distant, you're as close as my next stride. Meeting me on sidewalks where the sacred and the city collide. I'm learning prayer is portable, it travels where I go. These pavement prayers are everywhere I flow. Pavement prayers, walking while I worship. Every footstep echoes what I'm certain of, that you hear among the concrete in the cars. Pavement prayers beneath the city stars. Holy ground is anywhere I bring your name. Pavement prayer, urban face refrain. The city is my cloister, the pavement holds my posture of prayer. Ooh, concrete becomes cathedral when I'm speaking to the regal one. Yeah, I'm praying in motion, every step embrace devotion. Sacred in the streets, where heaven and pavement meet. Pavement prayers, walking while I worship. Every footstep echoes what I'm certain of, that you hear among the concrete and the cars. Pavement prayers beneath the city stars. Holy ground is anywhere I bring your name. Pavement prayers, urban face refrain. Praying, I'll keep on the pavement. Every street becomes my statement of faith, of faith. Pavement prayer, walking while I worship. no pretense left. Cross-dried revival, yeah. I'm walking with a rawness that I used to try to hide, but something in the stripping left me with an honest stride, yeah. There's revival in the realness, in the unpolished way I move. This cross-dry revival has nothing left to prove. I used to walk with posture meant to impress the watching crowd, yeah. But now my stride is naked, undefended and unbowed by expectations of perfection or performance for applause. This cross-dry revival walks because cross-dry revival, walking unashamed, every unpolished step calling out your name. No performance, just presence, authenticity divine. Cross-dry revival, finally I'm aligned with the truth of who I am before your face. Cross-dry revival, walking in your grace. There's power in the rawness that the polish never finds, a freedom in the walking that's unedited, undefined by anyone's opinions of the way I ought to be. This cross-dry revival set me free. I'm not choreographing every movement anymore, just walking in the rawness towards your open door that welcomes unrefined and unrehearsed approaches still. This cross-dry revival bends to your will. Cross-dry revival, whoa, walking unashamed, every unpolished step calling out your name. No performance, just presence, authenticity divine. Cross-dry revival, finally I'm aligned with the truth of who I am before your face. Cross-dry revival, walking in your grace. Ooh. Stripped down to essentials. My stride is not credential based. Ooh. Revival comes through rawness. No more performance, flawless pretense. Yeah, I'm walking unrehearsed, and it feels like being birthed, raw and real, revived, unpolished, tried, alive. Cross-dried revival, walking unashamed, every unpolished step calling out your name. No performance, just presence, authenticity divine. Cross-dried revival, finally I'm aligned with the truth of who I am before your face. Cross-dried revival, walking in your grace. 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 I walk this raw revival stride, nothing left to hide it. Revival in the real. Where the wounds have closed, sacred scar tissue, yeah. I'm tracing all the places where the breaking tried to end me, but the healing left a story that my fingers now befriend. See, this sacred scar tissue is the proof I didn't die. It's the evidence of mercy written on my body's reply. I used to hide the remnants of the pain I'd been through, but now I see these scars as places where your light shines through. The tissue that replaced the wound is stronger than before. The sacred scar tissue is worth more than I was looking for. Sacred scar tissue, holy and healed. Every mark tells a story that time has revealed. Not erased but transformed, tender and true. Sacred scar tissue, testimony of you. Where I was broken, now I'm whole in a different way. Sacred scar tissue reminds me every day. There's beauty in the texture that is different from the rest. The scar tissue is sacred, it's a badge upon my chest. Of battles I've survived and wounds that tried to take me down, but healing made me different, gave me consecrated ground. I'm not ashamed of scars or places where I'm not the same. The tissue tells the truth that I'm alive despite the pain. You didn't just close up the wound, you made it something more. The sacred scar tissue is what the healing was for. Sacred scar tissue, holy and healed. Every mark tells a story that time has revealed. Not erased but transformed, tender and true. Sacred scar tissue, testimony of you. Where I was broken, now I'm whole in a different way. Sacred scar tissue reminds me every day. Ooh, I wear my scars like jewelry. Everyone tells of recovery. Ooh, sacred marks of surviving. The tissue proves I'm still thriving, yeah. Scars don't mean I'm damaged, they mean I've been managed by healing hands divine. Sacred scars are mine. Sacred scar tissue, holy and healed. Every mark tells a story that time has revealed. Not erased but transformed, tender and true. Sacred scar tissue, testimony of you. Where I was broken, now I'm whole in a different way. Sacred scar tissue reminds me every day. Reminds me I survived it. My scars are sacred now. Testimony written on my skin somehow. Where I was wounded, now I'm marked to break ways. Walking wounded, walking free. Scarred steps of surrender. Every scar upon my feet tells a story of the fight to hold on to control until I finally saw the light. That surrender isn't weakness, it's the bravest thing I'll do. These scarred steps of surrender lead me straight to you. I'm walking with the evidence of battles I have lost, finding that the losing was the only way across to the place where I stop fighting and I lay my weapons down. These scarred steps of surrender shake the ground. Scarred steps of surrender, marked by what I've been through. Every wound upon my stride leads me closer to the truth that letting go is victory. Releasing brings me peace. Scarred steps of surrender, my war has finally ceased. Not defeat, but wisdom learned through every fight. Scarred steps of surrender, walking toward the light. There's testimony in the scarring, that resistance left behind. A map of all the places where I thought I had to bind myself to outcomes and to answers that I couldn't manufacture. Still, these scarred steps of surrender bend to your will. I'm not ashamed of where the struggle left its mark on me. The scars are proof I'm finally learning how to let things be. Beyond my control, beyond my fixing, in your sovereign hands. These scarred steps of surrender help me understand. Marked by what I've been through, every wound upon my stride leads me closer to the truth that letting go is victory. Releasing brings me peace. Scarred steps of surrender, my war has finally ceased. Not defeat, but wisdom learned through every fight. Scarred steps of surrender, walking toward the light. Ooh, I'm laying down my weapons. Every scar says I've learned my lesson. Surrender isn't losing, it's wisely choosing. Yeah, the fight is over, I'm walking in white flag closure. Scar but surrender, ooh, scar but surrender. Peace has been tender, scars of surrender. Leads me closer to the truth that letting go is victory. Releasing brings me peace. Scarred steps of surrender, my war has finally ceased. Not defeat, but wisdom learned through every fight. Scarred steps of surrender, walking toward the light. Walking toward surrendered peace. Scarred steps of letting go, surrender. Tease what resistance will show. Scar but surrendered, finally free. Soul survivor fate. Yeah. I'm the only one still standing from the battles that I faced. My faith survived the carnage when so much was laid to waste. Like Elijah in the cave, thinking I'm alone, but this soul survivor faith is carved into my bones. I watch my certainties crumble, see my doctrines fall away, but something deeper than my knowing chose to live another day. Is not the faith I started with, is a leaner, it's more true. This soul survivor faith is all that made it through. Soul survivor faith, the last one standing here. Everything else fell away, but this remains so clear. a purity in what remains when everything is burned. A simple trust that can't be taught, it has to be earned through fire and through flooding, through the dismantling of all this. Soul survivor faith refused to fall. I'm not holding on to anything that doesn't hold me back. The faith that made it through the wreckage keeps me on the track. It's solitary, it's essential, it's the core of who I am. This soul survivor faith understands a plan. Soul survivor faith, the last one standing here. Everything else fell away, but this remains so clear. Stripped down to essentials, burned away the rest. Soul survivor faith is what survived the test. Not the faith I chose, but what chose to stay. Soul survivor faith carried me this way. Standing in the rubble, only faith that wouldn't crumble. Soul survivor, still believing when all else was leaving. I'm still here, faith intact. Everything else didn't make it back. What survived is what's real. Soul survivor, save us real. Soul survivor faith, the last one standing here. Everything else fell away, but this remains so clear. Stripped down to essentials, burned away the rest. Soul survivor faith is what survived the test. Not the faith I chose, but what chose to stay. Soul survivor faith carried me. I'm still standing. Still standing. Soul survivor, everything but soul survivor, faith in me. Soul survivor. Finding my way, stumbling into praise. Yeah, I didn't walk here gracefully. I tripped into your arms. My entrance wasn't elegant. I'm covered in alarms of near misses and mistakes that led me to this place. I'm stumbling into praise, finding undeserved grace. I thought worship required a composure and control, but I'm learning that you welcome those who barely made the goal, who didn't glide here smoothly, but who fell into your door. I'm stumbling into praise, and you're not keeping score. Into praise, steady but sincere. Every misstep led me closer, brought me here. I didn't arrive polished, I arrived alive, stumbling into praise. Grateful I survived. The journey wasn't pretty, but the destination's real. Stumbling into praise is how I learned to feel. There's honesty in stumbling that perfection never shows, a vulnerability that only the off balance knows. I'm praising through the wobble, through the catching of my breath. Stumbling into praise has saved me from myself to death. You're not a choir in choreography of steps that are precise, just the messy authenticity of those who pay the price of getting here at all despite the obstacles and falls. I'm stumbling into praise through broken down, stumbling into praise, yeah. Unsteady but sincere, every misstep led me closer, brought me here. I didn't arrive polished, I arrived alive, stumbling into praise, grateful I survived. The journey wasn't pretty, but the destination's real. Stumbling into praise is how I'm tripping into glory. Every stumble tells my story. Ooh, grace catches the falling. My stumbling is my calling. Yeah, I didn't walk, I fell, but you calling. Justice is where stumbling is my testimony. Imperfect, but I'm free. Stumbling in a place unsteady but sincere. Stumbling in a praise, steady but sincere. Every misstep led me closer, brought me here. I didn't arrive polished, I arrived alive, stumbling in a praise, grateful I survived. The journey wasn't pretty, but the destination's real. Stumbling in a praise is how I learned to feel. How I learned to feel. How I learned to feel. Stumbling home. I stumbled all the way, but I'm here, I will stay. Imperfect good, perfect praise. Stepping softly, yeah. My feet are tender from the stones I've walked across before, but I'm still moving forward even though each step is sore. There's a gentleness required when the path has left you raw. This tender-footed trust is learning how to walk in awe of every surface that receives my vulnerable stride, of ground that holds me gently when I have no place to hide. My tender feet remind me I'm dependent on your grace. This tender-footed trust takes things at a slower pace. Dull-footed trust, walking soft and slow. Every careful step, letting healing grow. I don't need a rush when my feet are learning how. Tender-footed trust, trusting here and now. Gentle with my journey, yeah. Patient with my pace, yeah. Tender-footed trust, moving by your grace. I used to storm ahead with confidence and speed, but tender feet have taught me what my spirit really needs is careful contemplation of each step before I place my weight upon the promise that you'll meet me in this space. This tender-footed trust is not a weakness, it's a strength of knowing my own limits and accepting the full length of healing that I need before I run into your plans. This tender-footed trust puts healing in your hands. Tender-footed trust, tender-footed trust, walking soft and slow. Every careful step, letting healing grow. I don't need a rush when my feet are learning how. Tender-footed trust, trusting here and now. Gentle with my journey, yeah. Patient with my days. Tender-footed trust, moving by your grace. soft step, forward still, moving at your gentle will. Ooh, tender, not stopping, healing while I'm walking it. Soft step, I'm moving, just not fast. Letting healing truly last. Tender-footed, but I'm going. Trust is showing through the slowing. Tender-footed, trust through the slowing. Tender-footed, trust walking soft and slow. Every careful step, letting the healing grow. Tender-footed, church, trusting here and now. Gentle with my journey, patient with my pace. Tender-footed, trust, moving by your grace. Gentle grace. I walk tenderly and true. Soft-footed trust leading me to you. Tender feet still moving forward. Yeah. Shoes removed, unsure devotion. Yeah. I left my shoes at the edge of the holy where you told me to stand. Approaching you with nothing between my soul and sacred land. There's a vulnerability in walking barefoot in the praise. This unshod devotion strips away my polished ways. Like Moses at the mountain, when the ground began to glow. I'm learning that the sacred requires letting ego go. No protection, no performance, just my naked, honest heart. This unshod devotion is where worship has to start. Unshod devotion, barefoot on holy ground. Nothing between my soul and the sacred sound. I took my armor off to feel you underneath. Unshod devotion, this is my belief. No barriers between, just skin and soul divine. Unshod devotion, yours and mine. There's intimacy in being unprotected and exposed, and trusting that the ground won't cut the tender parts I've closed. This unshod devotion asks me to be vulnerable and real, to walk into your presence without hiding how I feel. I'm barefoot in my brokenness, unguarded in my need, finding that the sacred space receives me when I'm freed from pretense and from polish, from the armor that I wore. This sunshine devotion opens up the door. Unshod devotion, barefoot, holy bread, nothing between my soul and the sacred sound. I took my armor off to feel you underneath. Unshod devotion. receiving uncharted devotion, barefoot on holy ground. Took my story as we're telling, holy, but I'll stay unsure. Yours, I'll stay unsure before you. Barefoot devotion, pure and true, on holy ground, shoes removed.
Here,
Still amazed, walking wounded wonder. Yeah. I'm carrying my injuries like badges on my chest, but somehow in the hurting I've discovered you're the best at taking what is broken and creating something more. A walking wounded wonder, stumbling through your door. I'm bleeding and believing simultaneously. It seems that my wounds don't diminish all the beauty that I've seen. There's wonder in the walking, even when the walk is hard. This walking wounded wonder bears a consecrated scar. Walking wounded wonder, praise through the pain. Every step I take in awe, despite the strain. I'm hurt but I'm in awe of how you hold me still. Walking wounded wonder, bending to your will. The injury and majesty coexist in me. Walking wounded wonder, finally I see. I thought that I had to choose between the wound and the amazement, but you're showing me they're partners in this sacred displacement of my self-sufficiency with dependent adoration. This walking wounded wonder is my purest revelation. I limp into glory, bleeding into praise, finding that my weakness magnifies your ways. The wound becomes a window where your wonder can shine through. This walking wounded wonder sees more clearly now of you. Walking wounded wonder, praise through the pain. Every step I take in awe, despite the strain. I'm hurt but I'm in awe of how you hold me still. Walking wounded wonder, bending to your will. The injury and majesty coexist in me. Walking wounded wonder, finally I see. Ooh, I'm hurt and I'm amazed. Both are true in different ways. Wonder doesn't wait for healing. It rises from the wounded feeling. Yeah, I'm broken, but in awe of your glory that I saw through the cracks like it's tinged with wounded, wonder within. Ooh, praise through the pain. Every step I take in despite the strain. I'm hurt but I'm in awe of how still moving forward, worshiping the Lamb. Yeah, I'm walking with a favorite toward the pain that won't quite heal, but something in this limping makes my worship more than real. Like Jacob at the Jabbok when the wrestling left its mark, I'm praising in the injury, I'm singing in the dark. My gait is uneven, but my heart has never been more sure that worship in the limp is what the wounded are made for. I'm not waiting to be fixed before I lift my voice to sing. This limp has made me honest, taught me how to lean on everything. Worship in the limp, praise with wounded stride. Every uneven step filled with holy pride. Not despite the injury, but because of it. Worship in the limp, this is where I sit. In the space between the healing and the hurt. Worship in the limp is my most sacred work. There's power in the weakness that the strong will never know. Glory in the stumbling that only limpers show. I'm learning that my brokenness is not a disqualification, but the very thing that makes my praise a pure and raw oblation. You're not waiting for me perfect, you're receiving me right here, with my unsteady walking and my pain that won't disappear. This worship in the limp is my most authentic offering, the praise of those who limp knows the deepest suffering. Worship in the limp, praise with wounded stride. Every uneven step filled with holy pride. Not despite the injury, but because of it. Worship in the limp, this is where I sit. In the space between the healing and the hurt. Worship in the limp is my most sacred work. Every limp is my declaration. Ooh, blessed by the breaking. My weakness is my consecration. Yeah, I'll praise you from this place, limping into ease. Jacob walked away, blessing did. So will I worship included. Every uneven step filled with holy pride. Not despite the injury, but because of it. Worship in the limp, this is where I sit. In the space between the healing and the hurt. Worship in the limp is my most sacred work. Oh, sacred work. I'm limping towards you, but unashamed, worshiping the limp, bearing your name. Fickle, worship,